Microsoft allows you to install virtual machines rather than having to install full operating systems onto your desktop or laptop. If you go to the website for developers on developer.microsoft.com/en-us-tools/VMS/. In this section, you'll have virtual machines that you can test using the free Windows 10 virtual machines downloads. You have a number of platforms that you can use depending on what one that you want to go for. In this video, I'll be downloading VirtualBox, Microsoft Edge. Click on this link. Once you click on it, it will begin to download. The average download time for this would be about an hour. Once it's downloaded, it will go into your downloads folder. Once it goes into there, right click on the file and extract it onto your desktop. Once it's been extracted, it will look like this. And we're now going to import this visualization file onto Oracle VM VirtualBox. Once you've got your Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager open, go into File, Import Appliance, select the small folder to choose the virtual appliance file to import, and select your desktop location where you extracted the files to. Open the folder, and you'll see in the file type it says Open Virtualization Format. If you click this, it will show in your file name, and then press Open, and it should also install onto your C drive folder. You should have that showing in this section here. You'll see that the name of the file is MSEDGE Windows 10 operating system, and it'll give you the information such as CPU, RAM, network adapter, etc. Everything will come so that you can fully access and test it out on your virtual machine. Press Import, and this window will give you notification of how far it's progressing on importing the virtual disk image over onto your virtual machine. On average, this import takes around 15 to 20 minutes to do so, and once it's installed, it will show on the left-hand side of your VirtualBox Manager. Now, what you can do is pause the video and then come back to it once the import has completed on your side, and then carry on with the remainder of the video. You can also download other software in order to test for the virtual machines, such as VMware, which is available for Windows or Mac, and also Hyper-V. All you need to do is, again, click on it, it will begin the download, and once the download has completed, it will show in your downloads folder, and you would do exactly the same. Right click onto it and extract it all onto your desktop. So what I'm going to do while the other one is importing, I'm also going to download Hyper-V and VMware. You'll be able to see the difference, and I'll also show you how to remove them off your virtual machine as well. Once then importing is complete and the operating system begins to open on your virtual machine, you will need to log in with your password. The password is shown on the page where you downloaded from, and this is a password here. This password spelled with a capital P, and O is replaced with the number 0 and an exclamation at the end. It's best to take a note of it if you're going to have difficulty remembering, as you will need it later on for logging into each one of your operating systems. You can close this page down while this is downloading. Now imported almost 40% of the file. Oh, that's it completed. I'm now down 100%. As you can see, on the left-hand side of your VirtualBox Manager, MSEDGE is now showing. What you need to do is highlight it, right-click, and start as normal. Or you can highlight it, then up here at the top, the green arrow, you can press that, and then it'll give you another couple of options where you can also press normal start. The advantage of this is when you're running your server, you can use the other operating systems to try and communicate and use your pinging service and your DHCP and domain service, just so that all of them can communicate. On your initial opening of MSEDGE, it will take a bit longer than normal, as it's the first time that you have run it. So once your settings are complete, next time you run it, it should be fairly fast. You can also see in the bottom of the window, you've got your similar settings as you did on the server, and you've also got your network settings on there as well. That's the operating system just loading up. And then go to Input, Keyboard, Insert Control Alt Delete, and it will ask you for your password, which was the one that was shown on the Google web page, which is this one. Just type that into here, and then press the arrow key. It should take you through onto the desktop. There's a lot of advantages to using virtual machines, as it allows you to experiment with different browsers and different operating systems and different software. This way, it doesn't affect your own computer hardware or software or configuration settings on your actual main desktop or computer or PC or laptop. This is now into the virtual machine for MSEDGE, and you can see the host name is showing as MSEDGE Win10. The internet version is 11.379.17763.0. The OS version is Windows 10, the operating system. The service pack doesn't actually have one at the moment, and your username and password details are shown also. It's very similar to your own desktop, in that you can go into Start and see a lot of similarities, same as you have on your own. It's a good way to test out something before you download it. You can now close this down. You can either power off the machine or you can save the machine state. The difference between the two is if you save it as in the machine state that it's currently in, when you restart it the next time, it will continue on from where you were. Whereas when you power off the machine, it will power it off and then you just go through the whole administration password and then log into it from there. I prefer to close it, power it off. And as you can see, it's fully on the left. Now the other two files will take a bit of time to download, and what I can do is create a separate video for these and show you the same installation process and show you the way that it imports over onto the VirtualBox. Another advantage is you can have two open at the same time. So you are able to open your Microsoft Edge operating system here, and at the same time you can also open your server, which is currently running in the background also. They do come in quite handy when you are using roles such as DHCP or DNS, and it's good for them, good way to learn the networking between the two operating systems.